Hello everybody, and welcome to my channel, Trevor Doodles, and I am obviously Trevor. And on this channel I draw and talk about random stuff and just kind of have a good time, and hope you guys enjoy it and just relax, grab yourself a glass of wine, because this show goes really good with a glass of wine. So enjoy, let's draw. Well, in case you haven't noticed, in my last video I started using some professional video editing software on my computer. It wasn't that expensive. I got it off of Steam. It was 65% off, so it was only 19 bucks. So I said, why not? And so I'm experimenting with it to see if it improves the video quality over sending it through my phone. And yeah, I think you'll all agree with me. It sure as heck improves the video quality. It looks damn good. Very professional. I'm very happy with it. And it's got a lot of bells and whistles. I mean, the little video effects, there's like hundreds and hundreds of video effects. So I'm thinking I might start experimenting with them in the intro. And just to see what they do. I probably won't use them at all during the drawing part, but I just want to play with them and see what happens. So I've got to take my dog Monster to the vet tomorrow at 2. So I'm going to make doing that the intro, because he's just so freaking cute. And he's at the vet. He's going to look all scared, and he just got a bath. And he's going to be such a good boy. And he's really cute. So that's going to be a part of the intro for my next video. Okay, so I found some kids jokes online. And a couple of them are really, really cute. So here's the first one. Why do bicycles fall over? Because they're too tired. I think that one's so cute. Alright, here's the next one. Why does Waldo of Where's Waldo books, why does Waldo wear stripes? Because he doesn't want to be spotted. Stupid. I love it. Lord. Alright, here's another one. What did Cinderella say when her photos did not show up? Someday my prince will come. So dumb. Oh, I can't believe I laugh at this stuff. Okay, here's another one. What did the janitor say when he jumped out of the closet? Supplies! Oh my goodness. This is so awful. Oh, I love it. Alright, let's keep going. Let's see. Here's another good one. I went to the zoo and saw a baguette in a cage. The zookeeper said it was bred in captivity. That was terrible. Oh god, that was awful. Okay, enough jokes. We're moving on to the next subject. There is an article I read the other day that I thought was really kind of interesting. It's how to raise well-adjusted kids. Let them see you do these 10 things. And it's really, really interesting, and it makes a lot of sense. The first thing you should let your kids see you do is struggle. Let your kids see you struggle, how you handle it, how you get through it, how you rest, or how you ask for help. It's pretty wise. And how else are they going to learn? They got to see you do it. And the second one is let your kids see you cry, because it eases because it puts them at ease with sadness. It demonstrates that they shouldn't feel burdened with the need to override sad feelings, which is quite true. And when's the last time you saw your mom or dad cry? I mean, they get sad once in a while too. And next, let your kids see you exercise. As soon as I read that, I was like, what? And then the more I thought about it, the more I realized it really does make sense. When your kids see you exercise, They begin to understand that exercise throughout your life is important to keep you happy and healthy, and not just to keep in shape and build self-confidence, but seeing your parents maintain that kind of a lifestyle really makes an impact on kids. It would have on me. My parents did not. My parents were pretty big people. And number 5, attend to the universe, not just the you-verse. This is about volunteering to uplift another person, literally volunteering, but also voluntarily shifting your focus outside yourself to engage in kind acts. And letting your kids see you do that is really important. They need to know how it helps them to feel good about themselves and to uplift themselves by helping another person. One of the most effective ways for children to feel that they are meaningful and that they matter is when they can improve or uplift someone else. It's not just mommy or daddy. And that's pretty much the essence of role modeling. And the next one is learn. Be a lifelong learner and let your kids see you do it. Because kids who see parents read more tend to read more themselves. And the next one after that is let your kids see you being kind to yourself. In other words, the external world poses enough challenges for a child's self-esteem. So why role model anything other than being kindness and forgiveness for yourself? It's easier said than done. And the next one, we're almost to the end. Be inwardly reflective. This point is to counter the focus on achievement and acquisition. That may seem to fight with the desire to help them succeed, but it helps children experience the deeper part of what it means to be human. And the last one is be creative, which I find that really freaking easy. People become uninspired at work for many reasons, none more deeply seated than when they've stopped creating and contributing their handiwork to the world. Help ingrain the habit early by showing how happy creating makes you. It's about expressing, not accomplishing. And I thought that was just a really interesting list of things to do that I just read at work while I was sitting there having lunch. Alright, next subject. And this one is quite fascinating. Something very, very interesting has been found in the world of classical physics, which hasn't changed in 4 centuries since the time of Isaac Newton and his laws of motion. A paper has been published in Physical Review Letters by a group of theoretical scientists who have found something very interesting in sound waves. Sound waves have always been compressed air traveling through a medium, making your earbuds vibrate so you can hear stuff. But recently, scientists have discovered that sound waves, in particular a sonic boom, creates phonons, creates sound particles that travel through a medium. And the interesting thing about these sound particles that nobody knew existed until recently is that they are made of negative mass, meaning they are repelled by gravity. They're anti-gravity. That is freaking fascinating. We've found a negative mass particle that is anti-gravity. What could the future possibly hold, knowing that we have a particle that repels gravity? Things are going to get really interesting, well, maybe not really quickly, because it is a very, very tiny particle. But the mere fact that we found something new in classical physics which has been the same for 4 centuries, unchanged. Nobody even bothers to look at it because we think we already know everything there is to know about classical physics. And we found something brand new. And it's not even just brand new, it's frickin' anti-gravity, hiding in plain sight. That just blows my mind. And now that we know something like this exists in nature, I can see us making new technologies around it to try to harness its power. I mean, anti-gravity, hoverboards that really hover without 2 wheels, cars that really hover. I mean, that's way off in the future, but still, at least we know it's possible now. It's not in the realm of science fiction anymore. We've found an element that repels gravity. Okay, so the paper is by Angelo Esposito. Angelo Esposito. And the name of the paper is called "It's Something We Stumbled Upon Almost by Chance." How fantastic is that? They just happened to find it while researching on something completely different. Oh, the future is so bright. And speaking of a bright future, they're feeding us at work today. We're having a barbecue with ribeye and probably potatoes and salad and cake and cookies and sodas and all kinds of good stuff. Because we got our bonus checks. And yes, thank you bonus checks, because that's what just bought this camera I'm using. So yeah, I'm going to have fun today at work. I'm going to eat so much I'm going to want to take a nap. Ugh, but I'll be at work so I can't. But still, it's nice. We're getting fed ribeyes. So looking forward to going to work here in a little bit. So I'm watching what's trending on YouTube, and there is this one video by Vanity Fair that has 4.1 million views already today, and it's David Dobrik. I don't know who that is. Apparently he's some big superstar on YouTube. He's maybe in his early 20s. Like, I don't even think he's allowed to drink yet. But he's god awful cute. I can see why he's so popular. But he's taking a lie detector test, and to be quite honest, I don't really care. I'm almost 50. I don't get why this is so interesting. But then I thought, well, what if they put Bruce Willis in the hot seat? Then I would probably be interested, because I really like Bruce Willis. He really gets my motor running. But anyways, I digress. What else can I talk about? Anything else going on in the world of science? Oh yes! Yes, there is something else going on in the world of science. Something also quite interesting. Time travel. Some scientists, using a quantum computer, have found a way to make a quantum qubit go backwards in time. How they detect it, because I'm assuming you would also have to go backwards in time to see the particle go backwards. But they explained it in this paper, and I would read it to you, but I have dyslexia, and there are a lot of very big words in this piece of paper. And I even had to go to the dictionary on the internet and find out what a lot of these words meant. It was a big, complicated paper about quantum computing and stuff like that. But still, it was quite fascinating that they had found a way to make some tiny little pieces of particle go backwards in time. So once again, and now that we know that something is actually possible in the world of physics, how can we harness this? How can we create tech around it so that we can do something useful with it? God, could you imagine time travel? That would be terrible. I was so ugly when I was young. I don't want to see me again. And have you noticed that the sound quality suddenly got a little bit better? Yeah, that's because my dumb self forgot to turn the fan off behind me, so you can kind of hear it through a little bit of the video. Then I had to take a break and go eat something, and came back and did it some more and realized the fan was on. So yeah, turned that off. I need to make a checklist of things to do before I start recording. Turn the fan off, turn on all the lights so everybody can see my beautiful face. And they also try roast beef spread, which literally, if you take the label off, you can't tell the difference between a can of dog food and that this is actually human consumption food. It looks disgusting. So they're all trying to scoop it up with a knife as it's falling off their knives because it's just slimy and gross, and spread it on a cracker. And as one guy eats it, he's like, "Oh my god, how can something this disgusting taste so good?" I guess it tastes good. The rest of them don't like it. This guy must be American because he is liking everything he's eating. So now they're like, just get rid of any preconceived ideas and just try the potted pork and chicken spreadable meat. Ugh, that just sounds disgusting. Amore is what it's called. Amore potted meat. It's pork and chicken. Oh my god, they open it up and everybody, all of them are turning away and making throwing up sounds. Ugh, ugh, god, it's gotta stink so bad. I wonder if this guy's gonna like it. There's more smells in there than there is meat. Amore potted meat, America's favorite. And now it's all favorite too. And they all like it. God, gross. I don't think I've ever eaten potted mush mince meat. It just looks so disgusting. And honestly, I had no idea there were so many different kinds of potted meat in America that you can just buy in a little tiny cat tin. I mean, there's even deviled ham. They haven't even gotten to that one. Ugh. Deviled ham. I thought devil would have 2 L's in it. It's defiled ham, darling. It's defiled. That's what it actually is. Yeah, trying canned of deviled ham. They open it up and it's literally yellow. Like the inside of a cow's intestine or something. It's so disgusting. And there's jello bits everywhere. They're trying to spread out a cracker. Oh, it's hilarious. I mean, it looks really grim. But apparently this one was the most decent one. Nobody made any weird faces or anything. They were just like, that wasn't very good. Just cut and dry. I guess they were just done eating American canned spreadable meats. So nasty. So for St. Patrick's Day, I think I'm going to try some pate. Wouldn't that be neat? But probably not. I'm probably just going to get drunk because I'm off Sunday. Here I come, green beer, off Sunday, St. Patty's Day. Gonna get my swerve on. So, being that it is St. Patrick's Day weekend, where do we get St. Patrick's Day celebrations from? Well, it turns out St. Patrick was born in Rome in the 4th century. He was kidnapped at the age of 16 and taken to Ireland as a slave. He eventually escaped and then returned to Ireland in the year 432 to convert the Irish to Christianity. So by the time of his death on March 17th, 461, he had established many monasteries, churches, and schools, and many legends had grown around him. Like the legend that he drove all the snakes out of Ireland and used a shamrock to explain the Holy Trinity. And eventually the Irish began to celebrate the day of his death with religious services and festivals. And the immigrants, in particular the ones that came to the United States, transformed St. Patrick's Day into a largely secular holiday, which basically turned into the celebration of all things Irish. And Boston celebrated its first St. Patrick's Day parade in 1737, which was then followed by New York in 1762. And ever since 1962, Chicago has been covering its rivers green to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. And also, the shamrock is the Irish national plant. So now, I have to go and find something green to wear. And I don't think I have anything off the top of my head. So I might be taking a run to Target or something to find something green. Because as it turns out, the reason you wear green on St. Patrick's Day is to make yourself invisible to mischievous leprechauns, which I think is neat. Which is also why, if you're not wearing green, those leprechauns pinch you. Yeah, so I'm probably going to be heading to the store here in a bit to try and find me something green to wear. So, what else is going on for St. Patrick's Day? I'm pretty sure there's going to be some sort of a parade in my neighborhood, Riverside. That's always fun. And, of course, tons of green beer, which is really going to bloat. So, before I go out, make sure, if you're going to do this, drink some raw apple cider vinegar with mother in a cup of water. It will prevent you from getting bloated the next day. I do it all the time. It works like a dream. So yeah, apple cider vinegar with mother, which is like an enzyme that it creates. Drink that in the morning and then go out and have your beer. And when you come back the next morning, when you wake up, you won't be all bloated and gross. It works every time. And did you know that green beer on St. Patrick's Day has absolutely nothing to do with the Irish holiday? I mean, dyeing beer green is a completely American thing. They don't really do it anywhere else but here. And it all started in 1914 at some social club where some coronary physician used some of his dyes to clean stuff, I guess, are called blue wash. He used some blue wash in the beer to turn it green, and everybody went freaking butt up ape over it, and it just took off like wildfire. And now we do it all over the country. It spread and spread and spread like wildfire. Now we have green beer, and we drink copious amounts of it every St. Patrick's Day. So let's go have fun this St. Patrick's Day and enjoy ourselves. So I'm pretty much done right now. And here's what it looks like. And actually, I think that looks really freaking cool. I like it a lot. And that's the end of my show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Well, that was a good 30 minutes of drawing and talking. I hope you enjoyed the narration. Had a good time. Hope you had a good time, and I will see you next time.